You're listening to the BigIron Buzz.
Welcome to our latest episode of the BigIron Buzz, where each week we'll bring to you the latest news and trends in the ag, real estate, and used equipment markets. This podcast is brought to you by BigIron Auctions and Realty, rural America's premier online unreserved auction site, bringing you rural connections, respected values, and real deals. Hi everyone, I'm Ryan Smith. I'm the host of the BigIron Buzz. With me today I have Tim Kipper and Mark Stock from BigIron Auctions. Tim, before we get started with the show, tell us a little about yourself.
Sure, thanks for having me today, Ryan. I'm a regional manager here with BigIron Auctions. I cover a portion of the eastern part of 3 different states, and that includes Nebraska, Kansas, and South Dakota. I live pretty center of the territory that I work in Lincoln, Nebraska, and I've been with BigIron Auction Company for 4.5 years.
One of our biggest focus auctions of the year is coming up on August 19th and 26th, and it's our annual harvest auction. Tim, tell us a little about the history of this auction and what buyers can expect this year.
Yeah, this is one of the biggest sales of the year. It's a great time to get the equipment you'll need for this year's harvest season. Our company has 2 weeks of focus pre-harvest auctions for the end of the month, and we've seen harvest type equipment listing all the months or all the weeks in August, and also a little bit in September in the beginning portion too. So anytime you have a harvest focus auction with great inventory, sellers are a lot more comfortable due to seasonality and timing, and buyers love them because they have a great selection of inventory.
Can you tell us what equipment is coming up on auction in your area on August 12th?
Sure, yeah. So we'll start off in Crofton, Nebraska with Alan Poppy. Have 16 lots selling for Alan. Our rep Darren Pick did a great job featuring a 2003 John Deere 9650 combine. There's about 2,500 separator hours on that, and he's got a couple heads with it. One's an older model, but it's a goodie. It's a 2004 John Deere 893 corn head. Going over, we'll go down to Kansas and Topeka, Kansas. One of our newer reps, Alan Reiblin, found a nice contractor with Brahma Excavating. We're selling a really nice dozer. It's a 2008 John Deere 650 XLT. It's got about 4,400 hours on it. We'll keep it in Nebraska, also with another nice cat track tractor selling for the Jacob Brothers Farms in Bruno, Nebraska. They're a pretty consistent seller on our site, selling with Clint Warner out of Fremont, Nebraska. So they sell weekly auctions. Typically, every single week, Jacob Brothers has a good selection of items selling on Wednesdays. A few other sellers I would like to highlight would be Stanton County Public Power District. It's nice to see we're getting more public power districts selling even monthly, and we're seeing them even weekly on our site. That's always nice to see. Power of BigIron is getting around and selling for governmental and municipalities are always great. Stanton County has a really nice 2007 Bobcat S850. It only has 540 hours on that skid steer. So Ryan, another one I would like to feature would be seller Bill Steinecke. Dale Scott is our independent sales rep for the Sioux Falls area. He's got a nice package listed here with a 2001 Case 2388 combine. Also has a Case 1020 bean head selling with it, and an international corn head, and a few other items listed for you there. I do want to remind, since we're in South Dakota, that it is for the August 19th auction, but we are selling for the South Dakota FFA Foundation. There's 28 lots. It's a great fundraiser for us and for a great organization.
Let's hear from Mark Stock. Mark, Four Rivers Equipment has over 60 items selling at their location throughout Colorado and Wyoming. Tell us a little about their equipment.
Yeah, Four Rivers, they have used BigIron numerous times over the last few years, and they've got a 2010 John Deere R450 self-propelled windrower. It's a mower conditioner with a merger. They've also got a John Deere 9770 combine that's selling. They got a J&M header cart. They've got a John Deere 770 forage header that will be selling. They've got just a full lineup of equipment that is selling from their Four Rivers various locations throughout Colorado. One thing's nice about it, if you have any questions, all you have to do is go to the website, find the contact person, and ask more specific questions. with the rep from that organization, and they'll get you a good lead in on what's being sold, and they'll even suggest that you come out and take an inspection and look at the items as they're selling.
Tim, Agco Finance has some really nice tractors for sale in Arizona. Can you tell us more here?
I was talking to my good friend Cal West about this, and he actually was the one who listed the equipment down in Arizona. It's a Challenger package of very straight, low-hourred, clean units and a great selection. We have one track tractor, one MFWD, and one large articulated four-wheel drive. These are Agco leased return units, and also including this is a very clean 2016 Massey square baler.
What other agricultural equipment catches your eye?
We'll go to Sterling, Colorado, and our rep there was Jennifer Brown, selling for CHS. It's great getting CHS selling with us nationwide. They are featuring a 2012 Case 4530 Dry Flex air floater. Again, that is in Sterling, Colorado. Call Jennifer Brown with any questions. She's extremely knowledgeable there. I'll go to one of the really good packages that caught my eye when I'm flipping through the sale bill. Daryl Bushcutter is our rep, and he's listing for Terry Heinrich in Campbell, Nebraska. They're featuring a couple items: a big grain cart. It's a Balzer 1700 tri-axle grain cart, and also a 2012 Komatsu wheel loader. It's got about 1,600 hours on it, and it's featured with a set of forks on it right now. So. The other one, I would go to Madison, Missouri. 4 tractors. There's a couple international, Case, and a 69 John Deere 4020. That's for seller Jason Alexander in Madison, Missouri. The last one would be David Reichenberger in Andale, Kansas. It's a 1977 John Deere 4430. It's a 2-wheel drive row crop tractor. That when I was catching through the sale bill, those were the ones that really caught my eye.
How about you, Mark? Anything farm equipment we missed you'd like to cover?
Well, we've got a lot of equipment selling all over the country, and Arthur Sliva from Shoshone, Idaho, is selling a New Holland 9090 forage harvester on Big Iron, plus a couple forage harvesting heads. So check that out. That's coming right around the corner. A lot of part of the country's already seeing some chopping going on. We also have in Indiana, Diner Brothers Inc. They've got some unique items like a Soil Warrior environmental tillage system. That's a 2015 model. They have a Gearinghoff 1200B Series 12-row corn head. They have got some unique items, folks, that are selling on BigIron.com this week. We've also got equipment selling for Tony Klom of Bonner Springs, Kansas. Tony's got a 2010 New Holland T8030 mechanical front tractor with just over 3,000 hours. It's got duals on the front, duals on the rear, so that'll make a good machine pulling a grain cart or doing some tillage work or even getting a wheat drilled in at the right time. We've also got Greenpoint Ag out of Arkansas and Missouri that are selling several pieces on the Big Iron sale August the 12th. They've got a John Deere 825i Gator that is going to sell at their Missouri location and one at their Arkansas location. So we've got several of the fun items in addition to all the ag and construction equipment that we'll be selling.
Mark, we've got a nice package of antiques on the August 12th auction. Tell us more here.
Yes, Darlene Bernheit, she's selling some equipment. Alan Reiblin is the rep, and they've listed a John Deere 4020 tractor. They've also got a John Deere 5020. These items are located in Tecumseh, Kansas. They also have a John Deere 60 and a John Deere B. There's even a John Deere D on rubber. There's 2 of those tractors. One's a 1948 and one's a 1938 model. So if you're into those collector tractors, we've got several of those machines that will sell on August the 12th.
Tim, what transportation equipment on the August 12th auction catches your eye?
Sure, I want to feature WKI Operations. They're a very consistent seller on Big Iron and down in Park City, Kansas, right by Wichita. They're featuring a 2014 Kenworth 270 or T270. Got about 6,300 hours on it and 217,000 miles. Nice little unit. Melody Games is a rep. Give her a call if you have any questions. He'd probably kick myself if I didn't feature Sapp Brothers and Jeff Gertis representing the Omaha metro area. Selling a few items. They got a 1990 Ford tanker truck and a 9,500 gallon fuel trailer that will be selling on the August 12th auction. Also, Golden Grain LLC in Scotia have a really nice 2006 43-foot Wilson grain trailer. And last but not least, we have First National Bank of Scott City in Kansas. And Keith Landgraf is our ISR that is selling for them. And it's a 2015 Peterbilt 389 flap top with about 504,000 miles on it.
I'd like to add to that too, Ryan. United Bank of Iowa, they've got a really nice International Navistar 9400 truck, and that's been pulling a Sudenge bulk feed trailer. We've always got a real nice selection of semi-trucks selling on Big Iron, and for all the reps that are out there, folks, make sure you stop by your trucking companies because we're really doing a good job of promoting these trucks, and they're selling all over the country.
Yeah, and one that also just caught my eye was Southern Power District. Mark, we sell for them quite often throughout the year, and they have a few nice digger derrick trucks, both 2012 Internationals, and pretty good units there.
And the Ditch Witch trencher that they're selling, it's the 4010 series. It's only got 1,869 hours, and for all of you folks that have done business with the power companies and the utility companies, they have outstanding service and maintenance programs. So they'll be outstanding, folks. And if there is something wrong with them, they'll disclose it and they'll tell you, which is what we require here at Big Iron. But that added level of comfort and satisfaction, knowing that these people have taken good care of their equipment, is one of the reasons why you just got to keep bidding on it when it comes up for sale, because you're getting a quality piece.
Mark, what can you tell us about some of the great construction equipment on the August 12th sale?
Yeah, and Garling Construction out of Belle Plaine, Iowa, they've got a New Holland C185 compact track skid loader. They've also got a New Holland LS180 tire skid steer, and they're going to sell a Kiefer-built tandem axle gooseneck trailer, all on the August 12th sale. Kobe Construction, they are retiring out of Powell, Wyoming, and boy, do they have some nice equipment. They got a Caterpillar 14G motor grader. They've also got a big Fiat Alice HD31 dozer. Now, this is a big machine, folks, so if you need to do some pushing, I would definitely be looking at that big dozer they'll be selling right out of Powell, Wyoming. Dennis Showalter, he's got a Komatsu D65E dozer that's also going to sell here on the upcoming auction. We've always got a nice selection of construction-related items, from the dump trucks to the big construction-related equipment to the scissor lifts and telehandlers and loader backhoes selling on BigIron.com. So if you're in the market for those types of items, please make Big Iron your favorites on your homepage.
Mark, Tim, any other items you would like to mention before we sign off?
I do want to announce a big sale, Tim Kipper, that was just landed here in central Nebraska for the Marvin Dugan Estate, otherwise known as the Bill Dugan Estate. This sale, folks, features some unbelievable late model equipment. There's a pair, that's right, two 2018 John Deere S780 combines. They have matching 16-row folding corn heads. They have the 740 Draper flex heads that are also selling. They got a pair of grain carts selling on the sale. They've got two John Deere windrowers that are brand spanking new. One has 14 hours and one has 70 hours. They've got the new series John Deere round balers, two of those that are selling. They got a big, I think it was a 48-row planter. That is also going to sell all on September 16th. And I'm just touching on a few of the many, many items. They got four-wheel drive tractors. They got John Deere tractors with loaders, grapple forks, mechanical fronts. They're the 6,000 series machines, anywhere from 110 up to 190 horsepower tractors. They're all loaded too, folks. So if you have any buyers looking for quality John Deere equipment, these mechanical front tractors, they have the independent suspension front axles on a tractor with a loader. You just don't see that everywhere. And I believe they have every bell and whistle. The combine's got scales in the tanks. They've got every option, according to Ryan Harbour, who's John Deere buff through and through. He walks around that equipment with foam coming out of his mouth. He's so excited about it. But it is that nice. Very well cared for equipment sitting in the shed. There's a John Deere 7450 forage harvester. We believe it's a 2010 model. It's got less than 300 hours on the cutter. So that would be, as Ryan Harbour called it, and you'll see it floating around here in some videos coming to a theater near you, a barn find, diamond in the rough machine. So keep watching for the Bill Dugan estate. Print out some of those brochures and hang them everywhere up in your area, because this equipment will capture the eyes and the desires of everybody all across the U.S.
Yeah, Mark, I don't think we even need to add more to that. That's going to be for the September 16th auction. That's going to be a big week, especially I would guess picking on my region. There's going to be another large retirement sale for the Jim and John Kaufman, kind of advance notice. We're getting everything cleaned up, ready for pictures right now. You're going to see a good selection of well-maintained Case tractors. I was out there last night and even today. A pair of Case IH 305 tractors. They have a 260, a 135, and a 105. Just really clean units. We were spraying off and getting the grain carts ready as well. That's going to be a very good full lineup of, like I said, well-maintained, bought from our friends at Beller and Backus there in Humphrey, which is now Mitchell Equipment. So stay tuned and check out the website for that.
So we're now actively listing some of this equipment for these retirement auctions, and I'm sure we're going to have a lot more information about other big sales that are coming after harvest. So folks, please pay attention to BigIron.com. If you're looking for machinery, get a hold of your area rep. They can help you find it as well. And if you've got a couple items to sell or a multiple packaged piece of equipment, or you're planning your own retirement sale, a good auction starts with preparation and planning. I know a lot of our sellers like us to take video footage of the equipment as they're using it now, because as you have heard everywhere, all of the farm shows have gone virtual. So they're now building a arsenal of video stories that will be released and aired in lieu of the actual farm show events, and the same technology and methodology is being used on the BigIron online auction platform. The videos of the equipment being in use tell a story and help those buyers get more comfortable with the items that you're interested in. With all of the travel restrictions that are going on across the country, this is just one way that we can make sure that the buyers are getting enough information to make that educated decision when they're bidding and buying on BigIron.
That's our show for today, folks. I'd like to thank our guests, Mark Stock and Tim Kipper, and remind everyone that the equipment mentioned today can all be found on the August 12th, August 19th, and a preview of the August 16th auction on BigIron.com. For the Big Iron Buzz, I'm Ryan Smith. We'll catch you here next week.